Welcome YouTube community to Scale Model Kit Review. Up is from the archives. This happens to be the Aufs.G version G that I built back in the late 70s, I would say. This is a Tamiya kit. It actually is kit number 35014, and it's the box art depicts the Aufs.G with a bunch of German soldiers out in front of the box in an aggressive manner, or an assault manner, because that's what this is, and it's an assault tank. This was by far probably the funnest kit I've ever built when it comes to tanks. It went together very easily, and it was very fun to build. I learned a lot about tanks when I was building this. It has survived many years of being in storage. I'm retired Air Force, so I did a lot of moving. This actually survived my garage out here in Arizona, where it gets extremely hot in the summertime. I pulled it out, had to do some little minor repairs. Missing the starter handle back here. I'll try to find another one and throw it on there. But besides that, I mean, it turned out, you know, I'm still pleased with it and how it looks and what I was able to do back in the day. I didn't know much about weathering and what kind of washes to apply to it. And yes, I had an airbrush back in the day. I can't even remember. I think it was my old Badger 150 airbrush that I used on this. And hand painted the figures, all the camouflage hat, and the shoulder boards, the pink piping on the rank insignia. I mean, back when I had a steady hand, I think I did pretty good on my little figures there. All hand painted. The newest version that Tamiya came out with this, because this mold has been around for a while. It's been around since the late 60s, but the latest one that they came out with was in finish markings in 2010, and that's readily available out there. I would highly recommend getting it. Also, they came out with one in the 1996, I believe it was, and it was the early model and it had a bunch of extras. So, for example, on this one, it's very basic. All the access panels up front here are solid. They're not open. On the newer plastic, the newer versions that Tamiya released, all this stuff is opened up, including your engine compartment panels in the back. All that's open, so there's more detail to be had on the newer version Tamiya kits that are out there. I'm going to look at getting me some of those because I thought they were the same until I watched a video review from, I'm going to give a shout out here to Tactical Jackalope. He has by far some very nice reviews on German tanks, and he did do a very nice review of one of the newest, or the 1996 release of the Tamiya early version Aufs.G, and I enjoyed watching that video, so keep him up, and I enjoy him very much. But anyway, I thought I would just share this build with you, show you, you know, what I was capable of doing back in the late 70s, and I look forward to building some more. We'll go around here a little bit. I did a little bit of a splatter wash with mud. It's kind of hard to see the color, but I did that on the bogies down below. Of course, this Aufs.G was on a Panzer III chassis, and that's pretty evident by looking at the 6 bogies on the bottom, whereas the Panzer IV Aufs.G, the Aufs.G IV, had 8 bogies on each side, so it was a lot bigger chassis, and the gun breech was more like the Hetzer breech, real aerodynamic and rounded, compared to the squared off one that we saw on the Aufs.G A, B, the F, and now the G. course, the the German flag on the deck, so it would identify their airplanes. The Stukas that, friend or foe, don't bomb us. We're on your side, and that's what that flag's for. Additional armor presented here with the track links, and the tracks aren't too bad, even though these are the rubber band type tracks. They did very well on this. I'm thinking I scratch built the armor, the side armor here, with sheet plastic. Marred them up a little bit. Of course, the gun is a 7.5 centimeter Stuck 40. Very common. And there you have it. This is the Sturmgeschutz 3 version G from Tamiya, kit number 35014. I would highly recommend picking one up. It was a very fun build and I enjoyed it very much. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back with some more from the archives. Have a great day.
Ob stürmt oder schneit, ob die Sonne uns lacht, der Tag glüht heiß, oder eiskalt die Nacht. Bestaunt sind die Gesichter, doch wo ist unser Sinn, ja unser Sinn. Es brauchst unser Tanzen im Sturmwind dahin, ob stürmt